This is that video I wished I watched before I got into med school. Before I got into the long journey of medicine that was going to lead me into the lifelong career of being a medical doctor. I learned some of these things from my mistakes. These are raw, honest truths about med school. Things that no one will tell you. So let's get right into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Owusa. If you like to see more videos like this, please subscribe so you don't miss out on my videos and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified whenever I post new videos. And please give this video a thumbs up because it's definitely going to be informative, and leave a comment, share your thoughts. Let's rub minds together. One thing that is a fact is that medicine is a lifelong journey and med school is long. So doing this unprepared makes it even harder than it already is, because medicine is a lot of work. It is hard work. It is one truth that I'm going to tell you. Don't let anyone deceive you. It is hard work. The first truth that no one told me, which is also the reason why I decided to make this video, because you won't believe that this thing I'm going to say now is the reason why I thought about this topic and I said, okay, let me just do this video. So that is the fact that in medicine, no knowledge must be lost. It is even thou shalt not forget. That is one mistake that I made, because in my school, in the basic medicals, we receive lectures with other students. So we're together with physiology, medical laboratory, science students, nursing students, and we're also doing like we're semester students. So we're just reading, trying to pass the exams, basically in 200 level. So I honestly wish that I had that we had doctors teach us all courses. Probably they would have told us that this is how it is, because we just wanted to pass. I don't know, at least for me, I just wanted to pass. So I just read to pass and all of that. And I was just wishing that, okay, I was going to get done with basic, then I'll go to clinicals and start a new life. So you can imagine my shock when I got to clinicals, and every time it was, let's make a reference to what you did in basic, let's make a reference to anatomy, let's go back to your physiology, let's go back to your biochemistry. And I'm like, why are we going back? I thought I was done with all of that. And they're like, no, we are not done. That is all part of what we are doing now. Everything is tied together, everything is linked. It's not as if you'll not be able to scale through if you do not solidify your knowledge of basics, but it will be harder work for you. At least I did it, I scaled through, but it was a lot of work. So I'm here now to tell you so that you don't make the mistake I made, so that your work through med school will be easier than mine. Please do not throw your knowledge away. I know that it's important to read to pass. Yes, read to pass, and also read to know. It's important to read to pass, and it's also important to read to know. And no matter what, just know that whatever you are doing is going to count in where you are going to, from 100 to 600 level. Even the things you did before school, but let's even pardon that one. The one that is not pardonable is the things that you did in basic medical sciences. Everything is going to count. Let's not even go now to the subspecialties that some people say, okay, it's time to play, it's time to relax. That one is even forbidden, because everything counts in your final exams. All your subspecialties that you think are things for play, they are going to ask you in the final exams. So once again, thou shalt not forget. Okay? So now the next point is the unlimited strikes in public universities. This is for those that are going to attend public universities or those that just entered. There is going to be a lot of strikes. I know we all know the ASU strikes and everything, okay, that will affect you in basic. But when you get to clinicals, especially in a school like mine, that's when you're going to know about MD can strike. And in addition to MD can strike, there's also going to be other forms of strike. There's also going to be issues from school, in particular schools like mine. So just get ready for strikes that can prolong your stay in school. And don't let it get to you too much. We've been there, at least I've been there, I've done that. You'll scale through, you'll be fine. Those moments can be really depressing because you see that your colleagues in other schools are going to school, especially when the strike is peculiar to your school, like maybe the MD can in your school is on strike, or things peculiar to your school, it may get to you. But don't let it get to you. Just prepare your mind. There's going to be unlimited strikes. There's no limit to the number of strikes that can affect you while you are in med school. Next is the financial burden of being a medical student. Apart from the school fees, the accommodation, and all those things that you're going to spend money on, you're also going to spend money just existing. And because you're a medical student and you're going to spend more energy, I mean with brain work and all of that, there are some times that you need comfort food and to just do things to make you happy, to boost your mood. It is going to cost money. So it is important that you know that money makes your medical journey easier. I know that this is not actually a point that we don't know, but I just thought to emphasize it because especially during exams, you will know the importance of money, because you will not have the time to do a lot of things. You will not have the time to cook or do other stuff, and that is where your money will save you. You're going to spend money buying food, buying materials, making photocopy of notes and all of that. It is a very expensive journey. It is going to cost you a lot of money, so get ready. Next point is the respect for hierarchy. It is like the military, and I have so much respect for the hierarchy in med school because I got to appreciate it on my own. It's not really in basic. You may just know that you have to respect your seniors and all of that stuff, and just say, okay, why is it boarding school? But when you start writing those exams in clinicals, especially the part and farm, where you think that you cannot survive or scale through, you begin to appreciate your seniors that have gone before you and begin to imagine how they scale through this thing that is seemingly humanly impossible. Because when I had those exams in front of me, I thought that it could not be done. But to tell you the honest truth, if people had not written that exam before me, if I had not had seniors that had gone before me, I would have said that this was not something made for humans. Because the pressure was a lot, the time was short, everything was just so overwhelming, and I did not think that it was supposed to be humans that were supposed to go through this. I thought it was meant for robots. But when I saw that, okay, people passed these exams, people wrote these exams, people scaled through this thing, so that gave me the confidence that it could be done. So hierarchy is something that is sacrosanct in med school. It's not easy to go through any class, so you have to respect the seniors that are before you, those that have gone ahead of you. And so another thing that I wish I knew about med school is the difficulty in balancing your academics and your social life. I found it really hard, up to the point that I had to drop my social life for my academics. For you to be able to balance your academics and your social life, it has to be that you are intentional. It has to be that you are making sacrifices, because truth be told, there is always something in med school that's going to take your time. There's actually no free time. From going to postings, to going to classes, to tutorials, to trying to cover up your backlogs, there is always something to be done. So for you to make time for your social life, it is that you actually manage your time well and you're intentional about it and you made out time. I know that medicine is going to take your time. It's going to take everything from you. It's going to take a lot from you, so much from you, everything from you. So that brings me to the next point, which is that you have to forget about holidays when you go into med school. So as you're getting admission into med school, just say bye-bye to the holidays, to the Christmas holidays, Easter holidays. It may not really be that you're going to go for a class on Christmas Day, but you may just have an exam on the first week of January that will require you to stay back for Christmas to actually read and cover up. So you have to know that you're going to sacrifice a lot of holidays, you're going to sacrifice a lot of family functions, a lot of birthday parties, a lot of social gatherings, just to get this one degree. It's going to affect some of your relationships, but some people are really understanding, so you can explain to them that this is how it is and this is why this video is also here. You can share this video to them, so let them know how time consuming this course is. Okay, but don't let it weigh you down. We've been there, people have done it, you'll be fine, and there is life outside of med school. Another thing I wish I knew is the need for resilience in med school, because there are so many points and so many reasons to give up and say, oh no, I don't want to do this again. But it is the resilience and your determination that will keep you going. Remembering why you started this journey in the first place will also help you, because it is emotionally draining being in med school. It is mentally, emotionally, financially, all initially, it is draining all around. So you have to be the one to push yourself sometimes, because it is not every time that you have somebody to push you. You have to be the one to push yourself. You have to be resilient in this journey. You will need a lot of it. So I've already mentioned another thing about med school, which is the emotional drain and the way it affects your mental health. Med school is going to affect your mental health in so many ways, so many times. At any time, it can just take a toll on you. Your emotions are going to be drained. You are just going to be burnt out a lot of times. I already made a video on how I survived med school. I'm going to link it in the description box so you can check it out. You'll find helpful tips there on how to cope in med school. Bear in mind that this can happen at any time, that you can be burnt out, you can be emotionally and mentally exhausted, but you just have to get back on your feet. It is okay, let's say normal. It's not so normal, but it's normal in med school. So you have to find a way to get back on your feet. It is not in the falling, it is in the rising. So just find a way to pick yourself up and keep the journey moving, because there's really no time. There were times that I was going through stuff and I would say that I don't even have time to cry. I just need to postpone the tears for another time. So you'll find more of this in that video. It's linked in the description. Another thing about med school is that med school does not care if you have been an A student all your life. Med school does not care if you have been the best student all your life. Med school is a different ballgame entirely. Some people had their first failure in med school, and it is not that they are no longer intelligent. So med school has its own dynamics. It is not something that you just go into with the past glory of, oh, I've been the best, I've been the good student. Yes, you need your self-confidence, but you have to know that you need the humility to find your way through this, and you have to be committed and hardworking. It takes a lot of hard work. It is very humbling. Medical school is a humbling experience. It is something that will teach you humility, because anything can happen. That's one thing you should know in med school. Anything can happen. So med school doesn't really care about your past, so to speak. It is in the now. You just need a lot of God's grace, hard work, and to just know that anything can happen. Another thing that you need to know about med school is that you need to be very self-aware. It is self-awareness that will make you know that this is what works for you and this is what does not work for you, because you cannot really copy another person's method that does not work for you and expect it to yield results. So if you are somebody that likes to read in the room and you start following people to 9th class just because that is what seems like seriousness, it may not really work for you. At least I'm speaking from my personal experience. Maybe that's why I'm using that example. Anytime I went to class, I did not really read well. So I read better when I stayed back in my room and stayed back on my bed to read. So just find what works for you. Be very self-aware, so that you'll be able to know that this is what works for me and this is what does not work for me, so that you don't copy another person's method and let it affect you, because the time is really short for you to do so many trials and errors. Then another thing you need to know is that you need a very thick skin. Yes, you need thick skin. It is not something that you may be able to develop before you get there, but you will develop it along the way, especially in clinical postings. The insults, the talks, and all those things that go on in clinical postings are a lot. They can take a toll on you. They can even make you cry. I used to cry in the beginning, but I finished strong, that I did not care anymore. So you have to find a way to get used to it. It is not normal. It is something we are hoping changes. But while it is still happening, you have to find a way to cope. Just find it as one of those things and dust it off your shoulders when the posting is over, and just like drop it on the way before you go on with your day, so that you don't let it get to you so much, no matter what they say, because you're going to hear insults that you have never heard before. You're going to hear insults that you never thought could be coined, but it's just the way they've been doing it. And just know that you are not the first. People have experienced it before you. I have experienced it, and I will not say I came out fine, but I survived. Yes, check my survivor story. I mentioned it before. It is linked in the description box. Another thing that you're going to have to know is that you're going to do a lot of imaginative learning, especially if you're in a public university, because there are so many equipment or stuff that are not available for you to learn with. You keep hearing stuff like, this is the gold standard here, this is what is obtainable out there, but we don't have it here, so we are going to have to improvise. So you're going to be using a lot of improvised stuff, but you can help yourself by watching YouTube videos to help you get accustomed with it. But it will not really be like a hands-on experience. It is one of the things that we'll have to face in Nigeria. But just try and help yourself. Try to do the practicals that you can as much as possible by yourself so that you can get used to them. So I just wanted you to know that there are so many things that you're not going to be able to do by yourself because they are not available to us here in Nigeria because of the way the whole thing is for us. So the bonus here today is that med school is going to teach you a lot of skills that will help you in life. It will teach you time management, it will teach you communication, it will teach you teamwork, it will teach you resilience, dedication, hard work, how to cope with other people, because trust me, there are sometimes that your classmates are going to annoy you, so you have to find a way to cope with it. You learn people skills, you learn how to manage people. There are just things that you learn in med school that you need later on in life to help you navigate life better. One thing that I will leave with you today is that you should not neglect teamwork. It is very, very advisable that you find a team, find a group of people that you study with and you do things with in med school. It's not as if you cannot walk the journey alone, but it will be a lot easier if you find a team or a group of people to walk this journey with, because there's so much to learn, so much to do. Doing it with people will make it easier for you and to make it more fun. It is already a long journey. You don't want it to be boring for you. You want to be able to look back at this period of your life and know that it was fun for you. I hope that you learned something from this video. If you found it helpful, why not give it a thumbs up, and please share your experiences with us in the comment section. What shocked you about med school? Please leave a comment so that others can learn, and please share this video to any medical student you know or any Nigerian student at all, because it's not only med students that will find it helpful. There are also helpful tips for other students as well. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can see more videos like this, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.